place to go. Let it snow, let it snow.
Hey friend, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If so, you can subscribe. The button is always down below. I post beauty, lifestyle, planning, and more. So in today's video, I'm going to be revisiting all my Best of Beauty 2020 beauty favorites in this video. And I'm really excited about this. I've seen a couple of these videos and I think I may have done something like this in the past, talked about old favorites and seen if they're still favorites and kind of revisit how I feel about them, because obviously it's been like almost a year since that video. And just about this time I was kind of thinking of what my favorites of the year are, and just looking through my video description of that and seeing the products I had listed. It's interesting seeing how some of them still are loves and some of them I currently don't own, I have used up and haven't repurchased yet, and that kind of stuff. So it'll be fun to revisit. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So first product I had been loving in 2020 is this Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I talked about this in yesterday's video and stuff, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. And this primer is like one of my favorites, even still to this day is still one of my favorites. I definitely have other primers in my collection that I have loved this year, but this is like one of the top primers that I absolutely love. This is like a very illuminating primer and it's just like hydrating, and I love it for especially like winter. Even in summer I love it too, but I just still love this. So yeah, it's still very much so a favorite, I guess. And then the foundation, there was a couple I was loving in 2020, but the one that still stands is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. Talked about this also in yesterday's video and stuff. I love this. It's wearing it today. I just love it. It just gives my skin like a good medium healthy coverage. And I'm still obsessed with this. I think this is still like a standalone good, just like good holy grail must have in your collection foundation. I just really love it. It's like a hydrating foundation. I don't even set my face with this. I just absolutely love it. Another foundation that I was absolutely loving, and I remember absolutely loving in 2020, was the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I believe I tried that foundation that year. I don't currently own that. I think I used it up earlier this year and stuff, but I have wanted to repurchase it, but I just haven't. I have like too many foundations in my collection right now, and there's other ones I'd rather try. So it's definitely one I might repurchase like at some point again, but I haven't yet. Even though I want to, I just haven't. But it's still like a really good foundation. I loved that one as well. So now we're getting into like tools, I suppose, with the Amazon sponges. I got onto these because my mom, like, she bought them and then I tried them. And these are way better than like a beauty blender and stuff like that. You can get like a pack of like, I don't know, like 10 on Amazon. And they're just really good like sponges. They feel exactly like the beauty blender. They look exactly like the beauty blender, but they also have other colors. They don't just have pink. And I love them, and they're just super like cute and just amazing. So yeah, I still love the Amazon sponges. I've used them like every time I've done my makeup within the last year and a half, like I guess almost 2 years. I don't even know when I started using these, but I think I've used them well over a year, and I still am obsessed with them. They just are the best for like everything makeup pretty much. And then the next product is where things start shifting even more. So this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I've been in shade Fair Warm. I have repurchased this like 2 to 3 times. I was like a huge fan of this. Like I absolutely loved this in the past, but for some odd reason recently I have been like not loving this, like kind of almost like to hating this. I just don't think this is like, I don't know, it just doesn't like give me the hydrating feel like it used to. Like I used to love this stuff. Like I used to like really use it like every day. It was like my ride or die, where now I don't really love it as much as I used to. Like I just don't. I don't know like what to say about it. I just haven't been like feeling this anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, guys. Like I don't know what's in this, but I just don't love it anymore. And I may or may not, I have debated about on panning this next year. We'll kind of see if I do that. But I did mention this in my planning to pan video. I also mentioned the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer last year. I haven't repurchased that in a while. I remember really liking that one though, but I don't know. It's just not on my list to repurchase or anything. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I haven't really thought about it in a while. So maybe it's like, I don't really need it. Honestly, I don't need it. Like I have multiple concealers and I'm reaching for the same one every day. So I'm just going to mention these together. The two brushes I was absolutely obsessed with are the Accentuate brush from Moda Pro. This is my favorite like setting and highlight brush. It's still my favorite setting and highlight brush. I just think it's so good. It's super soft and I just love the shape for setting powder, also highlight because you can really get on there. And I absolutely just love this brush. I don't know what to say about it, but it's just one of my favorites, still a tried and true favorite. Then the other one I really like is this Firma 203 brush. I just love this for, it's actually technically a concealer brush, but I use it for like the shimmers on my eyes. So I will just put this all over my lid to just apply that shadow all over my lid. And I just love this. I love like the size and the shape of this. It's just so good. And then I have assortments of blushes and highlights. So the two highlights I still really love are from Rare Beauty. They are the, they're like liquid luminizers in Enlighten and then also in Mesmerize. I love both of these still to this day. I think I love Enlighten a little bit more, but these are still like really good highlights. I've also like found new highlights, but I've been really into cream highlights just in general, and I think Enlighten will always be a tried and true favorite, but I still love these as much as I did last year, and I might even love them more now. And then I have two blushes. The first one is in Bliss from Rare Beauty. This is like their liquid blush. I absolutely love this. I'm actually not wearing it today, but I was wearing it in 2 days ago's video. Used it in that video where my mom shows my makeup. Great video and stuff. And I absolutely love this blush. I think it's just like great. I love it. I still like it, and I've found other cream blushes this year that I'm even more obsessed with, but I still love this blush and I still think it's like a tried and true to my collection. And then another one I was loving in 2020 is one they stopped making, but I think I got this off Mercari, and this is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Baby Love. I absolutely just love this blush. I still love it. I haven't used it in a bit, but I remember using it a little bit this year and I still like it. It's not like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with it, but I do really still love this. I'll definitely have to put this in a Shop My Stash in 2020 when I start doing those again, which hopefully I'm gonna do. I just randomly stopped doing that, which I feel like it needs to be like in some sort of video. Maybe like I'll do another chit chat ready me and talk about it in that video. I just found another highlight I completely forgot, but another one that I was loving last year is this Natasha Denona Glow. Woo, you can see my ring light. This is in shade Oliver Glow Light. As you can see, I have like a major pan in this. I just love this highlight. It is such a good highlight. I still love this. I haven't used it in a while because I hit like a major pan and I was like, okay, I need to stop using this. I don't want to use it up. Like that's just always my motive. That's always my move, like when stuff like that happens, but I still absolutely love this. I'm going to be using it soon. I'm saying that now, but am I? No, I'm gonna like start using it again because I miss it. I love it, and it's just one of the best highlights in my opinion. And then gloss, I remember really liking the ColourPop Luxe Gloss in Tied Up. My new favorite is Renaissance, which I'm wearing on my lips right now, but this one is in this like mauve shade. It's still a really good gloss. It's just not like the ultimate favorite of my collection right now, but it is still like one that I love. I just don't use it as much as I did last year, and it's not like an ultimate favorite. I think I love Renaissance way more. I've tried that one this year and it's obsession. It's a real obsession. But this one it's still near and dear to my heart. It's such a good gloss. And then palette wise, I only mentioned 2 in that video, which is so weird to me, but I was really into the Persona Identity palette last year. I believe we got this in like February 2020 of last year, and I was obsessed with it. I still really like this palette. There's like, it's such a good like neutral palette. Like I think if you're gonna have any neutral palette, this is the one to get, because you have like almost like an olive green tone, you have just neutrals, and I think this is a really good palette, and I'm still like obsessed with it. Like, I don't like hardcore. There are definitely palettes I've fallen even more in love with this year, but this is still like a tried and true favorite. And then I also really still love this, the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes, but specifically the one in cream and sugar. Of course I love it. Like, look at that shade, how that's panned. I used that in, I believe, a project this past year. I panned that recently, very recently actually. But I love this little palette, the 4-pan bite-sized palettes. These are amazing. I have, I believe, 3 of these, and they're just so good. Like, you can't beat that, and I just love them. So another favorite, which you guys know if you've watched my channel for at least a year and a half, you know, I was really into the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. Yeah, I was so dedicatedly, I guess, in love with this primer, but it is no longer a favorite. It's going to be in my end of the year empties. I'll give you that spoiler. I do have new thoughts, which I kind of want to save for that video, but I did kind of fall out of love with that primer and stuff, and maybe that's my fault, because I know a couple times I may have left the cap unscrewed, so maybe that's my fault, but honestly, I think I've moved on to better things and stuff. So skincare wise, I was obsessed with the Ordinary AHA BHA, which I haven't used in a while. I just haven't, but I need to add this back into my skincare routine because this absolutely does work and stuff. It's a really good like AHA BHA. I really do like it, so I'm definitely gonna have to use this again and stuff. It's just so good, and it's like a chemical exfoliant, which is the best, honestly, and I just need to get back into it. I also really, this is like a holy grail, always I feel like will be a favorite, the salicylic acid mask from The Ordinary. I absolutely loved that as well, still love that. I always like to have multiples on hand of that mask. It's just one of the favorites. It's a like charcoal looking mask, but it has like 2% salicylic acid in it, and it's just like one of the best like face clearing masks. It's just so good. Like, if you haven't tried it, you need to. And then face wash, I was really into the CeraVe foaming face wash. I believe I was into that from 2019 to 2020, but I have not repurchased that in a while, and I won't. That was my favorite mask, or face cleanser. That was my favorite face cleanser. I believe I just called that the mask. It's not a mask, definitely not, and stuff, but no, that's not a favorite anymore. It's not. I've moved on to bigger, better things. And then the Sunday Riley Clarifying Acne Treatment. I have no idea what this is. Oh, the UFO oil. I haven't used the UFO oil in a while. I did get this at a really good deal through Ipsy. Like, I only paid $18 for something that retails for like $80, so that's a really good deal. I haven't used this in a while. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't love the feeling of oils in my skin, but I do want to like retry this, I suppose, and reintroduce myself, I guess, to it. But yeah, this is me. But yeah, it's gonna be it for me revisiting my 2020 favorites. This is honestly making me very excited for my 2021 favorites video, which will probably be filmed within the next couple of weeks and will go live early 2022, which is so weird to say 2022. Like, it's weird to me. like now, and it's just a weird time. And yeah, these are my 2020 favorites revisited. This is so fun to do. I'm definitely gonna make this like a yearly thing. Like I'm here for it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your like revisited favorites. Like tell me things you were loving in 2020 and tell me if you're still loving them down below. I'd love to hear about it. And of course you can leave Vlogmas requests and whatever in the comments as well down below. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already because Vlogmas is still going strong. And I'm so excited for what's to come for the rest of Vlogmas. I don't know why I said that, but please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye.